When modern RPGs often become 100-hour adventures, squeezing every ounce of your free gaming time, perhaps a classic adventure becomes more feasible. Maybe, just maybe, your game time can flourish with Fable. If you want a classic RPG with a solid story and under 15 hours to complete, Fable is an easy fit for your busy schedule. What it lacks in modern finesse, it makes up for with unique charm, player expression, and most importantly, it won't eat your time. If you want something more modern and epic in scale, you might want to look somewhere else. But let's take a look at the details. Can you fit Fable into your life?
Follow.
We're looking back a couple of decades to the classic Fable, a 2004 RPG developed by Lionhead Studios. You step into the role of the hero of Oakvale, following his journey from childhood to legendary adulthood in the world of Albion. In 2014, the Anniversary Edition overhauled the game's presentation while preserving the original gameplay, story, and design. The footage in this video is from that remastered version. Fable is a single-player experience that lands around the 12 to 15 hour mark for full completion of the story, with a handful of hours to wrap up the side activities. That's a big win for you busy gamers already. Your moment-to-moment gameplay is comprised of completing quests, exploring the world, and quelling foes in real-time third-person combat. In between the running and fighting, you're settling into light life sim gameplay across a variety of towns and villages. Fable is not an open-world game, burdened with giant checklists. Instead, you'll be navigating small and manageable maps, big enough to feel like you're in the world, but small enough to keep you moving in the right direction. Progression in the story is a fixed path, a win for gamers who prefer a linear story without the allure of meaningless chore-like activities. That doesn't mean Fable is forcing you to play the story at all times though. You can pause the journey and interact with the world via some casual life sim elements, stop and smell the roses, or burp and scowl at the local populace. It's basic, but all good fun. The only restriction really getting in your way is the checkpoint save system. Fable doesn't support manual saves in a traditional sense, like you'd see in Bethesda games. You're reliant on automatic checkpoints to preserve your progress while a quest is active. Fortunately, most quests aren't too long to complete, and checkpoints aren't too sparse, but if you have to suddenly jump off, you're beholden to the checkpoint placements in the quest. A free hour is all you'd need to prevent the circumstance. Fable fits in with gamers who want a low time commitment experience, focusing more on linear quests and classic RPG combat, rather than long grinds and bloated worlds. With some light and humorous life sim elements, it provides room to wind down and take in the sights. It's not the most flexible with its save structure, but its quest pacing is tight enough to generally avoid inconveniencing gamers with short windows to play. Not too bad for an older game, huh? Fable will appeal to those who are after a classic hero's journey style RPG in a folklore fantasy setting. You are stuck with the male character in this one, but there are other ways to express your personal playstyle. You define your hero through the disciplines of strength, will, or skill, or a mix in between. Your choices here will alter the character physically, making him more muscular, taller, or skin etched with magical runes. We love choices that matter, right? Fable can get pretty dark, leaning into heavy material but not overtly burdened by it. Your core experience can range from decapitating bandits in spooky forests, resolving townsfolk acts of infidelity and personal betrayal, to tackling themes of murder, torture, and other cruelty in certain quests throughout the game. The serious subject matter is undoubtedly mature, but avoids feeling oppressive for RPG fans. Definitely less intense than The Witcher, its darker moments explored less thoroughly. Still, to lighten things up, Fable juxtaposes the serious subject matter with whimsical and crude humor, often player-driven. Petty NPCs will mock you if you're rocking the Chicken Chaser title. Arseface? Definitely a choice. If passing gas in every town is your idea of a laugh, you can totally do that too.
You are spectacularly ugly, basically.
Fable strikes the right balance between dark and fun, which helps maintain wider accessibility for RPG players. The game is definitely on the easy side. I don't think I died once in my recent playthrough or forgot where I had to go to next. Maybe because the Guildmaster offers endless guidance through the Guild Medallion.
You've received a new quest card. Your health is low. Do you have any potions or food? Health is low. Check the guild We've received a new quest card.
Yeah, he does that a lot. If you're up for a challenge, you can add extra criteria to quests with the boast mechanic, allowing you to add a range of preset challenges to each quest, rewarding with more renown and gold for succeeding. There's also a hero mode difficulty for a significant bump in the challenge. One of Fable's enduring legacies is its morality system. While certainly one-dimensional by modern standards, its good versus evil choices provide you some agency in the game world and story. I'm not going to tell you to sacrifice innocent townsfolk to the Chapel of Scorn, or donate thousands of gold to the Temple of Arvo. You are free to make those choices. Just don't expect the consequences of your choices to be explored with full depth in the narrative. They more or less inform visual changes on your character. While it's a bit shallow, it's neat to see your choices in the world and during critical quests reflected in your physical appearance. It's a form of expression not often seen, even in modern RPGs. Fable is for players who like a short and sweet RPG that balances dark subject matter with crude humor. While its combat is outdated and moral choices are one-dimensional, it's still robust enough to express your personal playstyle. The consequences of your actions aren't explored with much nuance, but their inclusion is why Fable stands out from others, and honestly, why it's still fondly remembered 2 decades later.
Can you see them? Are they still alive?
The Anniversary Edition is available on Steam and Xbox Series, but not on PlayStation. The 2004 version of Fable and its DLC, The Lost Chapters, are still playable on Steam and the original Xbox, but I'd recommend picking up the Anniversary Edition. It's a complete package that includes the base game and Lost Chapters, with all the modern bells and whistles. A full purchase isn't unreasonable for the 2014 remaster, but when the core design still feels like a 2004 experience, it's easier to recommend picking up on sale, or through Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I personally think the game holds up enough to warrant the full price, but nostalgia could be a driving force there. I'm only human. No microtransactions or other modern quirks to mention here. It's the past blessing us in the future, a testament to when games were built to simply be games, where the price to play was the only cost at all.
It has been most entertaining.
Fable is an old but worthy adventure, a true classic. The modern uplift of the Anniversary Edition helps preserve its relevance, but it's the original game's design that makes it appealing for the busy adults out there. It doesn't demand too much of your time, but if you're an RPG enthusiast, your time will feel well spent with Fable. That's all for today though. If you're someone who struggles to juggle work, life, and gaming, let me know if this video helped you out. Can you fit Fable into your schedule, or does its age put you off entirely? Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, see you around.